What is up, YouTube? Slim Jimmy here, bringing you guys back another video. In this video, we're going to be talking about the new clan that I'm in called Elite Empire. We're going to be going over the different types of players we're looking for and also the requirements in order to get into it. So we have competitive Call of Duty players, content creators, and snipers. Now, all of these are for Black Ops 4. We're not going into any other esports right now. So these are just Black Ops 4. Now to start off, we have the Call of Duty competitive team, and the requirements are Xbox One. And the reason we're playing on Xbox One is because that's the one that we're currently playing on. And then we know that the MLG uses PS4 for Call of Duty, but since we're still on Xbox One, we're gonna get a team for that. And then if we get better, then we'll move to the PS4 once we're able to. The next one is no ego. We don't want someone who's very egotistical and they're cocky and they think they're the best. There's a difference between having an ego and being confident. If you're confident, you know you're good and you don't have to tell everyone about it or show off or any of that other crap. But if you have an ego, then you're constantly telling people about it, and most of the time if you have an ego, you're not as good as you say. So that's definitely one we don't want you to have an ego. The next one is have a flexible schedule. We plan to have practices around 5 to 7 or 8 p.m. Eastern time, and that's mainly for just the weekdays while school is still going. Obviously on the weekends, we could probably move it a little later, maybe even a little earlier, and then once summer starts, it'll change, the whole time thing will change as well. And we might not practice every day, so you don't have to be available every day, but if you could be available most days and, have a flexible schedule just in case we have to get on earlier or later, then that'd be awesome. Now, you have to be able to take a loss. We don't want someone who's going to leave or cause a lot of problems just because of one bad loss. Obviously at the start there's going to be some issues. We're going to have to figure them out. Maybe someone needs to change a role or something like that. So we want you to be able to take a loss and stick with the team through the good and the bad times. This next one also plays into being able to take a loss, which is no raging. We don't want someone who's constantly screaming on the mic. They're complaining the entire time throughout the game. Like, if you have something you have to say, then wait till after the game to say it. We don't want any raging and you cursing up a storm pretty much the entire time we're trying to focus on playing. Wait until after the game to say what you have to say, and in the game, focus on winning and playing and improving. Now, the last requirement we have is you need to have a Game Battles account. Now, Game Battles accounts are free to make, so if you don't have one, don't worry about it. You can just easily make one. And the reason for this is so that when we're not doing team scrims or we're not doing 10s or anything like that or tournaments, we could also use GBs as another way to practice and even do the ladder plays and then even do tournaments on Game Battles. So if you don't have one, don't really worry about it too much. This one, it's free to make, so if you end up getting on the team and you don't have one, don't even worry about it because you can just easily make one within a couple minutes. Now, the certain players we're looking for on the competitive team is a SOG player, an AR player, and another AR or a flex player. Now, currently on the team, we have a main ICR, and we also have a flex player, and the flex player normally uses a Maddox, so that's why we're looking for another SOG. And then, if you're flex, then you'll probably run the SOG more, or we could look for 2 SOG players, but we also need another dedicated AR player throughout the whole game. And on a side note, we could use some search and destroy stars and good slayers. Currently, me and my teammate, we're not the best at search and destroy. We know there's a lot better players out there who play search. So if you're one of them and you know how to make strategies, you have good situational awareness, then that'll honestly make it even better if we could pick you up. And then good slayers for hard point and control, people who just have raw gun skill and they're really good at winning gunfights. We could use some of them too, because we have some objective players and we can play more objectively, but we don't have anyone who can really just pick up 2-3 pieces and just really change the game with their raw gun skill. Next, we have content creators, and the requirements are pretty simple. To start out, you need to have a YouTube or a Twitch account. meaning you have to upload videos or stream consistently. We don't want someone who's like uploading videos, a couple days a week, and then the next 2 weeks they just disappeared. And same thing with streaming. And then we also want you to be respectful. We don't want you to just, disrespect the people who comment on your videos, or just be rude where people don't like watching you because you're just constantly disrespecting people or anything of that nature. Now the next one we have use the team overlay. Now if you have your own personal overlay that you use for YouTube or streaming like Twitch, then we could just incorporate our logo into it. But if you don't have one, then we'll have one made for you that you can use. So that one's pretty simple. The next one is be entertaining. Now this one is not really a requirement because you should kind of be doing it anyway when you want to grow your channel. So be entertaining, have some life in you. Don't just sit there and be monotone, or just don't talk at all throughout the video or the stream. Engage with the viewers and all those, and look at the comments as well. And then upload 2 videos a week minimum, and then stream 2 days a week minimum. If you're doing anything more than that, then that's great. You're doing more than you need to do. But if you're only doing it once a week, then you could just push it a little extra and do 1 more a week. That way you're up to 2, and then we'd consider adding you onto the team. Now the last one we have is snipers, and this one's a pretty quick one. Basically what you would do is you would make montages, and then the requirement for that would be the clip should be at least 3 or more people. We don't want to see clips of you sniping and getting a double kill, or just getting 1 person. Unless it's like a trick shot, then 1 person is fine. But when you're just going for snipes and quick scoping and stuff, at least make it 3 people, and then when you're making your montages, make them unique, make them stand out from other people's montages, and basically, make them your own. So comment down below if you're interested in any of the positions. Let us know your gamer tag and also your Twitter account. That way we can get into contact with you. And basically that's it for this video. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe for more Call of Duty content. And I'll see you guys in the next one.